Hi, good morning. You are here in my channel XJW Freedom Fighter, and I am Tam, a former elder of the Jehovah's Witnesses, and I have devoted this channel for giving information about the lies and the belief system of the Jehovah's Witnesses. And many of this issue was not is not being meditated or pondered upon by the members of the Jehovah's Witnesses, and even though some of them may have come to the realization of this kind of errors and their belief system, they are quick to put it out from their minds so that they can go on with their preferred kind of worship, which they think and believe as the true worship of God. So, for this morning, what I'm going to discuss is the top secret of the religion of the Jehovah's Witnesses. Yes, this is I call this the top secret because this secret pertains to the leadership, to the selection, in particular to the selection of the individuals and to the highest hierarchy of the religion of Jehovah's Witnesses, which is the governing body. As of now, the governing body is composed of 8 men doing their jobs of supervising and directing the religion all over the world, and their world headquarters in Warwick, New York. So these 8 men dictates the belief or the doctrines for the members of the Jehovah's Witnesses. So one of their primary doctrine is that the governing body, is being selected by God as His only channel of communication for mankind. And many of their literatures, they always stating or saying that the salvation of anyone, particularly the members of the Jehovah's Witnesses, depends and the relationship of these members to the governing body, to themselves. So their role and the salvation of any person is very vital and important in order for anyone to attain salvation. So that is their claim. That is their assertion with regards to their authority. But then again, since they stated that Jesus has chosen them, the people in this great slave or the governing body, and the year 1914, the current members of the governing body, the 8 members of the governing body right now, is not yet alive during that year. So their claim is that they have been chosen by their predecessors and that body as a member, to become a member of the top position in their organization. But to be sure, if we will think about this this topic or this very subject, the very question that we are addressing here in this video is how is an individual or a member of that religion, the Jehovah's Witnesses religion, became qualified? How he became qualified to become a member of that very influential body in their organization. What are the qualifications needed for anyone to become a member of that governing body? Well, in choosing and appointing the comparatively lower leaders in their organization, in the hierarchy of their organization, which is the elders, ministerial servants, or the traveling officers, or the ones conducting their business in the national level, the branch committee. Well, in their literature and in the Bible, which they often quote to support their claim that their positions is God-given, we can clearly read it from the Bible and from their literature, the qualification for anyone aspiring to become an elder in the congregation. But then, in the governing body, which is the highest position inside the organization of the Jehovah's Witnesses, the qualifications or the requirements is very mysterious. That is why I call that the top secret of the religion. It is very mysterious. Why? For example, if we're going to analyze their newest member, for example, the newest member of the governing body is Kenneth Coke Jr. He is not born in a family or raised in a family of Jehovah's Witnesses members. According to some report circulating inside the organizations of XJWs like me all over the world, he is a former member of the Church of Latter-day Saints, a Mormon, which is the common name for the church. He is a Mormon, and he became a Bible student in the decade of 1980s. So he is a comparatively new member. Now, if we're going to compare these members of the governing body or newest members of the governing body to the second and importance position being held in their organization, which is the helper for the governing body. This is a group of men, this helper, they call them helpers for the governing body. This is a very qualified man with so many decades of experience under their belt, and understandably they are very faithful and loyal to their organization, because they will not be chosen as a helper to become a helper for the governing body and so many committees that they are involved in if they are not faithful Jehovah's Witness, and if they are not qualified leaders within their church. And according to their literatures, many of the members of these helpers, body of helpers for the governing body, has served for not less than 3 decades already. So they are very qualified. And when regards to that aspect, the newest member of the governing body, which is Kenneth Coke Jr., has only served for more or less a year on that capacity. The question here is this: how did he manage to bypass this more than 30 members of the helpers for the governing body and became the newest member of the governing body? What did he do to do that, to be able to become the newest member of the governing body? Well, I assume that many of these helpers for the governing body is a third generation, if not second generation Jehovah's Witnesses. So what is lacking to this more than 30 members of the helpers for the governing body that they are not the one being chosen to become the newest member of the top leadership of the organization? That is a very pertinent and disturbing question that the governing body should answer.
Wait, no. No. Hayes, don't do it. No. Don't do it. No. Don't do it. Don't do it. No. 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 No.
And why we are asking these questions? Well, I will answer that later. But one other question for this is, the governing body has stated in so many times in their literatures and in their talks and their inside the organization that the number or the size of the governing body is not predetermined, or it is not limited to a certain size or number of members. So another question to be raised here that should be answered here is, why is it that they put a limitation to their number only for an 8th member to become the top, the highest ones in the hierarchy of their organization? Why don't they accommodate all the 30 members of the helpers to become a member of that governing body? What is the real reason behind that? Behind that continuous setup of only 8 members of the governing body? For in fact, they have already declared that there is no limit. Yes, if we will go to the Bible, if the governing body is true leader, I don't think it is there that they should put a specific limit to the size of that body, the governing body. So, what is the disqualification? What is lacking? What is the traits or requirement that is still lacking to the members of the helpers for the governing body, for them to become to continue serving on or under the authority of the governing body and not becoming a member themselves to that prestigious body within the organization? That is a very bothering question. And why are we posing this question here? There's kind of questions here, because I want to prove that that body is not appointed and guided by our Lord God Himself. Yes, it is just a kind of a corporation, a business corporation that has its own secrets of managing their business in order to run their organization and their own preferred way. It is not an organization by God, because in the first place, a governing body is not being stated in the Bible. And one more thing, a guidelines for selecting the members of it is not being stated in the Bible. So, becoming a member of the governing body is a decision primarily and solely being decided by men and not by God. So this is all for this episode, my viewers, and I want to thank you for bearing up with my kind of English discussion here, and I just hope you understand and you appreciate what am I saying here. Thank you, and may you have a good day.